Hey folks, it's Plain Old D22 coming in. I just want to talk about Operation Grim Sky, some of the positives and the negatives that we will receive from this map, and just some things that Siege could look forward to changing or maybe even implementing going forward. Okay, so first I want to start off by congratulating G2 on winning the Paris Majors. It's a big accomplishment for them, and it continues their streak of dominance at the big land events. And I also want to congratulate Evil Geniuses for just coming up a tad bit short. Still a great org, still a great team, and they do a fantastic job of preparing themselves for these events. Moving along though, after that, I want to talk about the new operators. Let's talk about the defensive shield girl. I do think she's balanced. I like the fact that she cannot melee. That is a fantastic idea. I think she's balanced when it comes to meleeing and not being able to melee. And I also think she's balanced is when you go to shoot her, when she is in attack mode, meaning her gun is out, whether she's using her pistol or her SMG, her body is fully exposed. It's no protection to her, which I think should happen to all riot shields. Um, with that being said, I think she is going to teach people really how to play this game. In a lot of ways, Operation Grim Sky will be fantastic for that. What I like about it so much is to talk about that for a second is that they are bringing back what I like to call the gunfight meta that we saw during Dustline and uh, not Velvet Shell, Dustline and whatever the operation was, Skull Rain, Dustline, Skull Rain, what we saw, and even in a little bit in Red Crow, where it was based off of gunfights and less about gadget play. On all levels, on the rank level, low rank, high rank level, and in the pro setting. It was based off of gunfights. So I like the way that the vision that I see going forth with this Operation Grim Sky there. But to keep talking about the defender a little bit, she has the ability to shock people within a certain radius, which is very very good. It does minimal damage, but it kind of keeps you back and it keeps you on your toes. The other thing I like is people are going to really learn how to relate information to their team. What I see a lot in rank, and even sometimes with myself, is the ability not to relay accurate information. Um, Telling people exactly where people are. You know, a lot of people who aren't good talkers, they usually just do the ping method. Well, the problem with the ping method is people move. The problem even with talking and not knowing exactly where the person is on the map, you get people say, "Oh, she's to your left, oh, to the right." I think by playing this new operator, she is going to teach people how to accurately give defensive callouts that put the team defensively in a great position to win the round. So I really really like that. I also like the fact that um, she's going to drain a lot of utility for the attacking team in how she does it. Essentially, she's somebody that can prevent Thermite from opening a wall. You know, her little shock tasers, I'm almost sure, will be able not just to shock people, but also to shock gadgets. She has the ability, like Montaigne, to ignore explosives, per se. I do like the meleeing system on her, where you can melee her and expose her body. Thatcher's gadgets will be implemented in stopping her, so it prevents people from attacking the wall or getting in, prevents the the defense. I mean the offense from opening up the wall and getting in with the hard breacher and things like that at nature. So I do think that she is going to be a fantastic operator, and I love the abilities that she has, and I love the fact that she is fully exposed when she goes to use her weapon. So um, let's see how the gameplay works with her, and let's see how it pans out. When we talk about the attacker guy, he has fantastic weapons, and he's a 3-speed. And to be honest, he is going to be the equivalent of Ash and Blackbeard in one. Um, He has the ability of a M16, which was they call the M4 assault rifle, and an M4 DMR, which is simply the same thing. He has two great weapons. He's a 3-speed, and he has the ability to open up murder holes. Um, so see, which means that Glass is getting a huge buff. For people that don't understand this, Glass is getting a huge buff, and so is Blackbeard. They're getting huge buffs in this. So expect to see a lot of Blackbeard and Glass play, which is going to be a little annoying, but just expect it. There are things that will change in the meta that will slow that down in the future. But he has great weapons, and I've always said that Ubisoft needed to create or Rainbow Six for that matter needed to create another attacker. They wanted, like, everybody has the thing about of why Ash is so powerful, why Ash is always picked. It's like, yo, like you see Ash in like every ring game. It's because her ability to raw frag. And I was like, the only way you're gonna get rid of that. You know, they tried with Sophia. They tried even with Hibana. Like me personally, I always thought Hibana was supposed to be Ash's replacement. She had the ability to open up hatches and do other things, and then go in and raw frag. But it didn't work. Ash was still picked high. Even with Sophia, a lot of people just uh paired her with Ash in rank, and it was like terrifying to see. Um, and I even think even in the pro segment, if you pay attention to a lot of the games in the pro league, when you saw Ash and Sophia on the same team, like going in, it was like an almost dub for the attackers. Like the round was over before it really even started with the two of them on the team together. So the only way to get rid of Ash is to create an attacker that has the ability to raw frag, and it's a 3-speed. Well, they've done that. So I don't know if Ash's gameplay will necessarily go down, or it will stay at a level current level it is. But I think we will see a fluctuation in that, because I think he brings utility, Hibana brings utility, Sophia brings utility, and you gotta have a thermite. So, and Thatcher's going to be very, very important, or somebody that can deal with the defensive operator, like um a Capital or a Glass, so somebody that can really just put some distance with her and effectively do work. So with that being said, I think the guy will be very, very strong. Um, you're gonna have a lot of people complaining that he's overpowered. He will probably receive some nerfs within like 2 or 3 weeks of gameplay. I can just already see it now. The complaints about how strong he is, um, especially because he's 3-speed. Um, with that being said, I'm looking forward to Grim Sky on that level. Um, the reinforcements and hatches. Well, let's talk about that for a second. I don't like the way that they're doing hatches now. I think that the reinforced walls are supposed to keep defenders out. Same thing with the hatches. They're designed to keep defenders out. I don't think that you should be able to put murder holes in reinforced hatches and do things unless you're Hibana or the new guy. Um, I don't think that should be happening. I don't think Glass should be able to shoot in a certain particular area on the thing, or Fuse should be able to fuse it in a particular area on the hatch. I don't think that they should be destructible. Ubisoft thinks otherwise, but I'm not a game designer. I'm not a game developer in that sense. So you let them do their thing, and then they realize the mistake that they made, they rectify and fix it. As far as Hibana is concerned, I do like the new implements to her gadget, of where I don't like the fact that you can shoot one pellet right now and it opened the whole hatch. I don't think that that's effective at all. So I do like what they're implementing new with her. The problem that I have with it is her gadget is very, very buggy, which means that if it takes 6 charges to open the hatch accurately, then they should have fixed the gadget before implementing this new hatch policy in with her gadget. So um, it'll be a lot of mixed reviews on that, and just look forward to that. I'm sure they'll get it right. I'm sure they will find a way to fix that up. The next thing I want to talk about is map pool. I think that the game is at an all-time high in competitive nature, but only in one game mode. And I feel as though there's two things that need to happen. Either secure area and hostage need to come out of the game, and it needs to develop two new game modes, or a new game mode that can counter bomb on a casual level, because there's competitive and then there's casual. I think they should they can come in. And when I say casual, I'm not talking about casual versus rank. I'm talking about pro league versus just a normal everyday player that plays the game. They either need to come up with that, or they need to change out the map pools. Certain maps need to be hostage maps. Certain maps needs to be secure area maps, and then you have your bomb maps that can kind of flow in. Whereas those maps, some of the maps that are in secure and in hostage can also be bomb maps as well. I think that will create more of a competitive balance in the game. It will teach people, uh, just some other things on how to play the game. You won't just always see one map being, one scenario being chose as the only way that you play the game, because there are going to be maps that people enjoy playing that are going to leave bomb and be secure maps, or leave secure and be bomb maps, and it's like, oh my gosh, I miss playing border, or I miss playing consulate, or I miss playing chalet or skyscraper. People are gonna have their feeling towards map. The other thing I think they need to do is, I think they need to focus on the new DLC maps that they have implemented into the game, such as Tower, Theme Park, Villa. And I think that instead of reconstructing the old maps or rebuffing the old maps per se, I think they need to figure out where they went wrong with those maps, especially with Tower. Tower is a map that is pretty much complete. There's a minor change that needs to happen to that, and that is that they just need to implement a ground surface level of entering the building. Like, you could have your way of going in through the elevator and through windows. That's fine. That's already implemented in all game. But there needs to be a ground based level of entry into um, the ground based entry level into the game. And I think Tower is something that could be put back into Rank after that. As far as Theme Park is concerned, they need to fix the train. They fix the train, and then that's another map that could be implemented. Well, it's already in Ranked, but it could be playable in Pro League. As far as is concerned, the biggest issue with Theme Park is that train area. It's very, very problematic. Um, some of the hatches and how the building outside is constructed. There are some things and minor changes that they can fix to make that a Pro League map. And same thing with Tower. Um, I feel as though the pros have a lot of influence in the game, and they should, because in order to see the game at the highest level of competition, in which we all enjoy to watch, or people who dream to one day play, and then people who are actually in Challenger League grinding to hopefully get a spot into Pro League. You want to see the maps balance, and that's the biggest thing, is map balance. I think Consulate needs to be taken out of Ranked and reworked. I don't think that the way they're going about that is correct. I don't think by making tellers and archives a bomb site, and you adding like a couple hatches or some, just some vertical play into that is going to change the way that map is. That map is terrible when it comes to bomb. I know people like it in comparison to playing other maps, but it's not balanced at all. It's a secure area map. Now, you playing secure on that map, it's fantastic. Fantastic secure area map. But as far as bomb is concerned, it needs a rework. And so, if they're gonna rework it, rework it. Don't just do minor changes or add a fourth bomb site. That doesn't fix the issue or fix the problem. So I definitely think that it should be taken out as far as bomb, or just taken out of rank in general for right now. Um, as far as some of the other maps are concerned, I would like to see favelas make its way back into the game. Um, Rather it's in like a casual state or a ranked state. I would like to see it back into the game. I think the new implements to Huford base are fantastic. The map pretty much looks the same as it did before. They're just more entry points. There's more staircases, and it's what I like so much that they did about Villa is in order to get into the bomb site, you have to enter into a room first before you can, like, it's maneuverable, and it makes for so much heightened gameplay. So I thought that them doing that was a fantastic job and a fantastic idea. Um, there are, as far as the health is concerned about the game right now, we'll talk about that since we talked about the map pool. The health of the game is going into a right place. I want people to not get discouraged when they still have headshot issues because it's going to occur and it's going to be more frequent now because now you're going to really look at your reticle landing on somebody's face and you're not killing them. And you're going to be like, I just don't understand like the game. They are taking measures into fixing this, and certain things take time. I think their focus sometimes is on the wrong thing, but it's easier to put a band-aid on something versus to actually treat the wound. So um, in a financial standpoint of view, it is, but there's going to come a time where they're going to have no choice but to treat the wound, and when it comes, I think that they are prepared for that measure, and we will be excited for that measure. So just be patient with them when it comes to that. As far as digital content is concerned, this is the first time I'm actually going to encourage people to purchase digital content, and it's the real reason behind it is because now we understand where the money is actually going. Before, when they would introduce pro league sets and they do all types of things, we didn't know that the money was going to the pro players or even to the orgs or to bettering and fixing the game. Now we know where the money is actually going. It's not just a thing of, when you look at other games and digital content, they don't go to benefit anything but the company. And Siege, on the other hand, has taken it upon themselves to increase the pro league prize pool, which is a big thing. If the prize pool is bigger, a lot more of your bigger streamers or bigger pros from other games or that have retired or want to transfer to something new, it allows them to come in. You'll start seeing bigger orgs come into the game as well because of this. So digital content, I want to talk about this. I really want to talk about this. Go out and purchase your favorite team's skin that they're implementing into the game. Purchase the charm, purchase the weapon skin, the pro league sets. I'm not a big fan of them. Nah, I think they're hideous and they're ugly. But purchase them though. If you see one that you like, purchase it. Go out and do these things. Let's try as a community to get the prize pool for the invitational to $1 million or more, if possible. We get that, we will see different changes come into the game, implemented in, and the budget for the game's overall gameplay will increase. So, I've never been one to tell people to go out and purchase things before, but I'm going to tell you to do it now. Please go out and purchase. I saw the FaZe weapon skin, dude, and because FaZe is a team that I like, it's crazy. I love that weapon skin. So when the season drops, that's one I'm going to purchase. Evil Geniuses is probably, which was Continuum, is probably my favorite team now. And that's because they're from North America and they have won an invitational, and then, they're just an overall dominant team. Rogue, another team. I like the weapon skin. I'm gonna purchase it. I thought they had Vitality on there, and some of the other orgs. I know people will be excited when G2 gets implemented into the game, because a lot of people like Pingu, Fabian, Goga, Eunice, and Kento. They love the way that they play the game. They love the aggressive style. They just love G2 as a whole org. So go out and purchase that as well when they get into the game. But digital content. Well, now we know where our money is going to, and I'm not saying to spend money that you don't have. Like, don't go out and spend buy stupid stuff just to buy stuff. Like, spend money on the game and wear the weapon skins. Like, when you're in ranked or you're in casual, let people know that you are a Evil Geniuses fan, or you're a Vitality, or you're a FaZe Clan fan, or you are a fan of this. It brings so much more excitement to the game. Like, and it doesn't make you a fanboy for those who feel that way. Oh, it's gonna make me a fanboy. Somebody's gonna call me a fanboy. Who cares what the community says? We know people are toxic in this game, and let's just let them be toxic. And you keep furthering the game the way that the game needs to be furthered. So that's what I have to say about digital content. Last thing I want to talk about is the season and how people will feel. There are going to be a lot of people that feel like this season is a big overhaul, right? Because of the new infrastructure and changes that it's going to provide. Me personally, I love what's happening right now. So I'm excited. Even with the things that are going to occur that I'm not going to like really be a big fan of, I understand what's coming. When people look at the new guy and they look at the new girl, rest assured, Ubisoft has measures that are going to counter them with the Moroccan operators. This is the biggest operation. What do they call this? Grim Sky is the biggest season we will ever have. I believe that we've ever had in the game. There are a lot of great seasons. You go back to Dustline was a great season. Yeah, Dustline was a great season. That's about it. No, I'm playing. Dustline was a great season. White Noise was a great season. Skull Rain was decent. And I definitely thought that Velvet Shell was a great season. It was just so prolonged. But those were definitely great seasons into the game that we had. Of course, we've had our doozies. Black Ice was a doozy. Operation Health is probably the biggest doozy that people look at as a doozy. But Operation Chimera was actually the worst season of the game to me, honestly. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. But with that being said, though, this is probably the biggest and best season we're going to have. I'm looking forward to the Moroccan operators next season as well. I think a lot of balancing changes that we are looking for will come in that season. And then once, would it be year 4? I think we're on year 4 when we get to the next invitation. Yeah, year 4 season content. It's going to be mind-blowing. The first season and the second season and all that. A lot of mind-blowing and a lot of mind-blowing changes. But with us increasing in the digital content, we'll be able to get to see a lot of the operators that we have in the game right now, see nerfs and buffs, positive reactions in the community for that, and some negative probably reactions in the community for that. We'll get to see that. We will also get to see a lot more new content just into the game that is arcadey for some folks and realistic for others. And the game overall is at a state right now where the health of the game can grow to an all-time high. But it's going to take us as a community to demand more from Ubisoft. That's the first and most important thing as a community. And I'm challenging all my big streamers, Macy J, some of the people that even work for the company, like Kickstar and Zeronix, and Panky, Shroud, challenging a lot of people to come in, like, demand more from the game, like, to really take the game to the next level from a casual perspective. And then I'm also calling on people like Canadian, MVK, Pingu, Fabian, Laxing, Goddess, some of your bigger streamers, King George, from a pro perspective, to demand more even on the pro scene for the game. That way, this game that we love can keep being played more and more, and we can all continue to have a great time as a Siege community and enjoy the product. So that's all I really wanted to talk about. If you're looking for the patch notes, it'll be my thumbnail. You can go read up on them, see some of the other things that you want to talk about. Just wanted to talk to you for a brief minute. I haven't really talked to you guys in a while, and thanks for all the support that I get on my channel. I appreciate you guys, love you guys, and I'm out.